these will really come in handy. Because I broke my ankle, I wanted to show you a feature that I really think is cool. See this here? This is a dial. So hey, what do we got here? All right, we got another product from Kemimoto. This is a really nice box. Check this out, it's got even a handle on it. So this is a really, a lot more secure package than I've seen in a while. So this is kind of the box. And this is Kemimoto, the company. Remember the jacket that I did? Same company, great company. I appreciate them working with me. So what do we have here today? These are motorcycle boots, okay? So we're gonna unbox this. I'm gonna not take forever to unbox it. It's just the box, but it's really packaged nicely, very secure. Thank you for that, Kemimoto. And let's start unboxing this thing. All right, so in here, got some protective, looks like a cloth material. These are the boots. Pretty nice design, feel really nice. They have a little, it's hard to see on camera, but this is extra padding around the ankle. You can get your 2 fingers in this strap. So see that strap? Nice and wide, I love that. See this here? This is if you have a manual bike. So the shifter, where the shifter lever is on the bike, this is padded and it's got a grip texture to it and it's rubber. Not only that, but it's kind of hard to see, but this toe does curl up some. So when you're under that gear lever, you're gonna have better access to it. Now granted, my bike it's an automatic, so I don't need this area, but I wanted to show it anyway because yeah, if I ever do ride a manual bike, which I will in the future, this is gonna come in really handy. So yeah, these are kind of more of a high top with padding. The padding on this is really nice. And you know guys, I stopped taking my health for granted. When I had the fall and the accident where I broke my ankle, I tell you what, that made me really appreciate my health, and it really sucked not being able to be mobile for like months. You know, I was laid up with a knee scooter. I couldn't walk. It was not fun. I don't know if you guys remember that. If you follow my channel for a while, you can go back and look at the video with the accident, not the bike accident, okay? It was from a ladder fall. I broke my ankle in like 3 places. It was a compound fracture. I got a big old plate and 12 screws in my ankle now, and yeah, so I feel it every day. So I'm gonna start taking my health for granted. That's why I got the jacket here, and these will really come in handy. Because I broke my ankle, I wanted to show you a feature that I really think is cool. So this is called a knob and hook design, all right? And what does this dial do? Well, as you can see, there's no laces as far as tightening and loosening laces. So this dial it tightens the boot and you release it by turning it counterclockwise. So tighten, right? Untighten. You just twist the other way. And you know why that's important to me? Not that everybody has broken ankles out there, but my shoes are always really tight on my right foot. So when I saw these in the dial system, I'm like, that would be perfect for my right ankle. You know, where this one, I don't have to tighten it as much, but this one I can tighten it, cinch it up more. So it's adjustable. So if you got a bad foot like me on the right, yeah, that would be perfect. So basically, in a nutshell, I don't need as much tension in this foot that I would in this foot, and that dial allows you to adjust whatever your specifications are. This is a reflective strip. So when you're riding at night, there's some reflection on that. On the bottom, you got even the Kemimoto logo there, and it's got a nice rubber, more of a flatter area here. And that's important when you're riding a manual bike. It does have a slight heel to it. It's a nice rubber. And I'm telling you, these feel very, very like luxurious. They really do. I'm not just saying that. They feel really nice. And yes, they are waterproof. They can withstand, I think I read, up to 4 inches of water. You got a Velcro adjustable strap. They're really easy to get on. You can put them on with basically one hand and just, you're good to go. Adjust the tension and you're golden. So on the inside, they feel really nice. Plenty of padding. Yeah, I really am digging these so far. I was looking on this thing that came off the knob. it says do not pull knob up. All right, this talking about this adjustment knob. You don't want to pull it up or out. It's just simply a turning left, turning clockwise to tighten, and I could feel it. Yeah, it's really cool. It kind of tightens all around my hand and wrist. So it's got a really flexible and breathable feel on the inside. And by the way, I read almost every review on their website, and they are true to size, what everybody's saying. See, when you twist that, you can kind of see how tight these straps go. Yeah, and you just release it and they come apart. I mean, I've never seen a boot before, a motorcycle boot, that has that flexibility. And these straps kind of feel like I don't know what the material, a vinyl or something, but they're not gonna bust. I mean, they are really hardy, and yeah, they're not cheap or flimsy feel. They feel really nice. So yeah, getting back to the ankles, since my ankle's kind of bummed and I got a plate and screws in my ankle, I can tell that right here there's a extra padding on the outside, because my ankle is kind of tender still. When you got a plate in your foot, yeah, you're gonna feel some tenderness probably forever. So it's on this side and the outside. These are really sharp looking. Thank you, Kemimoto. I love them. So I think Kemimoto, thought of practically everything. See, this company designs its own stuff. So yeah, they covered all the bases on this. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna put them on and I'm gonna try them out. I'm gonna walk. Riding with it is not a huge deal because I have a scooter, right, with a flat floorboard. But I am gonna walk around in these. We're gonna go on a little ride and talk about a little bit more on these, and yeah, we'll get to that next. So you can see, I was talking about my right ankle. See how this one is as far as tighten, and see how this one is? So I need more room in this one, because my right ankle and foot is always a little more swollen than the left foot. So, and when I put them on, this strap right here, super nice. You just basically lift them up from the bottom, and yeah, love this dial feature. Okay, so like I said in the video earlier, it's not a big deal to really ride with these on an automatic bike, right? A scooter. But listen, the more I think about these boots, I got the floorboard here, right? But you can see the boots are pretty slick looking. Got little logos and stuff on them, but they are really comfortable. If I had a manual shift, I would like to try out the little rubber piece on the toe area. So they are really comfortable. I've walked around a little bit outside and in the home and stuff, and yeah, these are kind of just feel like regular boots or gym shoes, maybe not like gym shoes, but they definitely feel like normal boots. I mean, they do have a lot of support to them. So yeah, these are really comfortable. I could wear these all day. So, just walking around and stuff, like I said, feel like normal boots. Nothing like like a chore to walk or anything, it's nothing like that. Yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know below. Yeah, like I mentioned in the video earlier, I really, really started taking my health more seriously as far as my physical health and mental health. But when you're riding out there, you know how it is, guys. And for anyone who's been injured or can't ride anymore from an injury, or has lost loved ones from a motorcycle accident, yeah, I get it, man. It's tough. But that's why it's important to also take the precautions. A simple helmet and a simple clothing can really protect your life. It really does matter. And, I was guilty of it in the past, riding in a pair of shorts and t-shirt. I know some of you scolded me for that years ago, and yeah, I get it, but at the end of the day, right, it's a personal choice whether somebody wants to ride with full gear on or not, right? I mean, it is, that's why we have choices in life. But I'm gonna start, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do yet in life, so I want to make sure that I don't like lose my mobility. And that really did suck when I had the broken ankle. So getting back to the boots, these on the sides, you know, and then in the back on the sides of the boot, like if you do take a spill, I read where they have this purposely built in material where it'll help you slide on the pavement. You never watch MotoGP, right, where they lose their bike and they just slide? Well, on the sides of the boot, you got the extra material here to help it slide instead of catch on something. So that's, you know, I read that about the boots, and that's a really nice feature. It's called like slide slip prevention is the technical name. Yeah, it's starting to rain now. So like I said in the video before, you know, I feel a lot more secure out here with true riding gear, you know, as far as my jacket now and my boots. And the perfect example here, riding in the rain. Well, anyway guys, let me know if you have any questions on these. I'll have the links below for you to check out the details and the pricing and stuff. They're not real expensive. I think they're like 89 bucks. They're really not bad at all compared to some motorcycle boots, especially with all these features in here that you would never even think of. And thanks Kemimoto, again, you hit the mark on these. I feel you really covered every base, and that's good to know. The design in these, whoever did that, whatever individual or team that designed these, kudos to them, great job. And thanks again, and we will see you guys in the next one, okay?